What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DuoQ podcast, episode 21. I was out last week due to some things popping up, but I'm back here today. We're not
Yeah,
gonna do our like full in depth breakdown of every match because this weekend was kind of
quick one.
a quick one. A lot of 3 hour days. Not really much to get into besides one team in particular. Right, all right, so let's hop in.
It was not fun watching this week. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It wasn't. It was a really boring weekend. One thing I will say is Ravens look like they have gotten back up to the standard they were playing at before, putting our boys in a body bag. It's not like they played the best teams this weekend, but they were looking really good out there.
Yeah,
Heretics still look pretty good. I've got to say, Heretics have definitely carried over their major performance. Falcons still look awful. Cloud9 looks like they've picked it up quite a bit. What else do we say, man? The bad teams are doing bad. Besides, a couple of the good teams also doing bad. Optic looked terrible, absolutely putrid.
yeah, it's not looking good.
Optic looks abysmal. Kenny can't win a fucking gunfight.
Neither can Dashy apparently.
Yeah, Dashy's had a couple bad series, but it's not like Dashy has some bad series, but he's not dropping a fucking point six.
Yeah, he is.
Um, not in most of those series. He's not. No, not
I believe I seen something saying that him and Kenny are the only two that have a .6 and a .7
okay.
this
For this split,
or this split.
for
Yes.
this split, yes, that's what I'm saying. But Kenny has been consistently awful the entire year thus far. Uh, there's only so much Shotzi and Pred can do, and it's a bad situation for Pred to come back into. Um, I think what's going to happen is they're going to rock out with the Texas major and then make that change, probably benching Kenny. Um, Me personally, it
For who?
fellow
Yeah, that's
put
really the
fellow in
only
there.
option.
Put fellow in there. I don't want I as much as I like Illy, I don't want him back on the optics team. I want to see a new
I don't
face,
think
a
he wants to
vet.
come back.
It, Probably not. He knows he's gonna get dropped immediately if he does. Like that's just how optic works. Um, I'd like to see fellow on this team. I'd like to see somebody that's a new face to these guys get in there with vet mentality and
Oh yeah.
that's actually performing extremely well in challengers. I'd like to see him get in there, honestly. And like I said, just benching Kenny. Kenny needs some time to figure out what the fuck is going on because it doesn't matter how many good plays you make. Uh, this motherfucker is sprinting. He doesn't know his timings, and he has no clue what's going on half the time. I mean, you can put it on the game, really. This game is literally just run and bang shit out, and that's not Kenny's
Mhm.
play style. It's not geared towards Kenny whatsoever. Um, I think he probably feels really uncomfortable on the map, and it's probably because he
He
can't.
looked uncomfortable.
It's probably because he can't impact the game how he normally does. I mean, it is what it is, bro. It sucks to see, and Optic are probably gonna hold on to him until after Major too, for the ceremony and everything. But losing 3-0, 3-0, 3, it's unacceptable. It really is.
And then we
It's
have Falcons coming up too. People are talking about we might be giving Falcons our first
That's
win.
not gonna happen. I'm gonna put it straight. It's not gonna happen. Falcons are world's worst. It cannot happen. These guys aren't gonna let that happen. Falcons actually don't know how to play the game. But I mean, look, I'm not gonna put it out of the realm of possibility. With how Optic are playing right now and not winning a single fucking map. I mean, some of these series are close. It doesn't matter. You're still getting bopped 3-0.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't see anybody losing to Vegas. I mean, even when FaZe at the beginning of the year was looking fucking awful, you didn't see them, giving series to Vegas. So I'm not too worried about that, but I am worried about the team in general.
Oh yeah,
I really am. It just sucks that this game and the style of play that you have to do with this game is what's holding them back, really, because Kenny's unable to play his normal play style. Yeah, but in the same sense, you've got to adapt or you're gone, especially on a big org like Optic. It's
oh
just
yeah,
not going to work out. And Kenny necessarily doesn't put out enough content to say that it's warranted to keep him there for Hex. Because you know Hex, content first, but he still wants to win at the end of the day. And if you're not putting out scump level content, then it's just, you're not going to stay on the team. I really don't want to see him get dropped. I'd like to see him get benched. Whether that's possible or not, that's up for debate because who knows if Optic's pockets are that deep to where they can hold that big ass contract on the bench even.
yeah.
Because it's a big ass contract, and to add
It,
another
I
minimum contract on top of that would be crazy.
I think it was kind of the same thing with like the whole Pred and then Hoot situation.
Yeah,
Because realistically, with the way that Hoot was playing, you usually don't want to give up a player like that for nothing.
yeah,
But if you're getting your championship caliber player back, you're gonna do what you gotta do.
yeah. I like Pred coming back to the team. I really do. I
Oh
love
yeah,
Pred. I love
100%.
his personality. I love his play style. I love everything about Pred. I wanted Pred on Optic from fucking the jump in Vanguard. Pred is fucking sweet. So I like the fact that he's back. We need to keep him on the team. He needs to stay here. But we need to figure out what's going on. They need to figure out what's going on. I'm not on the fucking team. um, Another thing that's been surprising is Neptune. Neptune has been fucking cooking.
That's
Neptune came
that's
in
the goal
there,
right there.
beaten FaZe first series. I mean, come on. I mean, he came back. I mean, Neptune in the past has had some issues, injuries, whatever it may be, to get him out of the league. Um, he's always been a really good prospect. It's just his shots are always, he gets unlucky or something happens, or he gets on like a really subpar team, or he gets on a team with Crim and Clay that absolutely scuff his mental. Um,
I think this is a really good team for him.
oh, I do too. It's a lot of young players. He's probably the oldest on that team, if I had to guess. Um,
That's crazy to fucking think about,
yeah,
man.
he's probably, if I had
Uh,
to guess, yeah, so he's not coming in there to get criticized or anything like that. He's been brought in to cook. That's what he's been brought in to do, and that's what he's been doing. To be
yeah,
honest, I mean, he's actually been really surprising. He's been frying. Another pickup is LAG and Priesta getting benched. He did one watch party on his team, and it looked a little it looked a little funny. Him laughing at them a little bit. Like, oh, that's too bad. But it looks like Priest is coming back. You know, Priest is coming back. Skies
uh,
is getting benched. So
I'm really looking forward to see what they decide to do with this AR tandem.
um, at the end of the day, you might have to drop both of them because Skies plays like his feet are stuck in the ground, and
You
Priest,
can't do that on this game.
yeah, and their stats are pretty similar, like KD looking. But Priesta has always done a lot of dirty work, and Priesta has always been a fast-paced player, even on AR. Like he's always flying in. So hopefully they can get that to fix the issue. To get Lunars some help. Uh, you know, just baiting
Yeah,
out Priesta or whatever he needs to do to turn up because he hasn't looked too good. He hasn't looked too good. He's looked pretty mid. It looks like the same team. It looks like the same team. So hopefully the change will work out for them. And if not, they might have to get rid of Lens. I mean, honestly, Lens is one of those players where, I mean, we saw it last year. The first part of the year, he was cooking and looked so good. And then he just falls off the face of the earth, like for no reason. Um, same thing could be happening this year. It it might be time for him to figure his stuff out again on the bench. And if that's the case, then you bring in Hook. And you see what it does with that, because I think Hook and Kiz could be a decent duo. But I think this team needs to figure it out, because there's a world championship roster -1, and you're getting body bagged and put on a poster. It looks like the French phenom carried you to fucking success. I mean, bad. So,
Yeah.
so there's that. Um, Another thing, Toronto, Toronto Ultra. They won one. They looked decent, but they haven't been looking good, really. The one major boom in this for Toronto that's been consistent the whole year is Joe Deceives. That man, that dude almost dropped 50 today. I mean,
50 for an L, too.
50 for an L is crazy. Insight was positive with like 34 kills. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. Probably has a lot to do with kill warring, but whatever it may be. Ghosty was talking mad shit. In the S&D, it looked like they could win any round, pistol only, with those clutches that Scrap and Hydra made. Yeah, they put him on a poster. I'm gonna be real. The red card was ugly, but the rest was just LAT. I mean, what can you do? The Boston Cloud9.
Nah, this one we actually have to talk about.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Every player on Boston broke the minimum kills in a 3-match series. Now, mind you, we had Falcons player earlier in the day, and who was it? Was it Falcons? Yeah. Edson and King broke that record before.
Mm.
The record for the least amount of kills in a 3-game series or a 3-map series was 33. And then you have Boston, the fucking last match of the day. Whole team just break it. Snoopy had 32, Purge had 31, Wake had 30, Kemi had 24. Like, it's not
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was awful. It was terrible. I got through the hard point and was like, man, I'm not watching anymore. Man, I actually just couldn't do it.
Well, Kremp went 20-7 in the control. No one had above 10 deaths.
With Boston, I'm gonna put it like this: with Boston, it's not necessarily unexpected to see this happen. These are some. These are players with not so reputable pass play. Snoopy last year, Purge last year. Purge was a walking .5 last year. He really stepped it up at the beginning of this year. Snoopy is kind of spotty. Big Wake, terrible last year. Cammy has had terrible years. I mean, these are hot and cold players all on the same team.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's crazy that this happened to all of them getting body bags so bad, but it wasn't out of the realm of possibility. You know, the landscape for the league looks really weird right now. It really does, because it looks just like it looks like the perfect opportunity for LAT to come in and clean everybody's pockets. It does. It really does look like that. This could be like the ideal major for LAT to just steamroll. FaZe could put up a hell of a fight, but they did just lose to Seattle, and you don't know how they're gonna pick it up. FaZe is obviously still, a top 2 team, so it could definitely be them. My sleeper, Ravens. Hopefully, I want to see a Thieves Ravens grand final, and I don't care who wins that. I honestly do not care which team wins that. I just want to see an LAT Ravens final. I want to see Ravens be in a grand final. And I want to see fucking
So
Thanos win one again.
as it stands right now, going into the minor, which is how many weeks do we have before the major?
No idea.
Hold on. Minor through. After minor two, we have 2 more weeks until major two.
Yeah.
So going into the minor, it's LAT, Vancouver, Cloud9, Minnesota, FaZe as your top five.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Which which has Vancouver and LAT the only undefeated teams.
Yeah. I don't think Surge are gonna keep it up for long. I really don't. I don't think that's realistic whatsoever.
I think they keep it up until the major, and then the major is where they get not exposed, but like shown up.
Yeah. I mean, that's a likely outcome. I don't know. I want to see Ravens and LAT start steamrolling. I really
That's
do.
an option to win a map.
I don't. Let them get their fucking grace period, man. If a change needs to be made, a change needs to be made. I'd rather them lose everything for an entire major than, you know, win a couple series and then keep the same team and have the same thing happen next time.
Yeah.
I don't want consistent top 8 bullshit or whatever it may be. Optic is way too good for that. Way too good of an organization to have that happen. They Yeah, I don't care if the Texas major goes terribly for them and they decide to pick up Fellow or somebody in that caliber, and just run it. I mean, if they want to take a chance at the next big fucking thing and get Dylan Rex or somebody like that in there either, I don't care. If you're saying courage, anywhere, I'm going to string you up by your feet, and let you dangle because Encourage is not that good. I don't care.
Also, can we talk about Vegas real quick? They might have their saving grace on the academy team right now. Asim got picked up to the academy team. That might be the
There
only
is no
person
saving
that
grace
can.
for that fucking
That
team.
might be the only person that can shoot bad for them.
There's no saving grace for that team.
They need
He's
to pick up
Canadian.
who
He's Canadian. Can he speak that language?
he got picked up by them.
Is he speaking it though? I don't
I
know.
don't
Maybe
fucking
he
know.
understands it, but I don't know, man. I have no idea.
He
Um,
needs Duke in there with them.
uh, they need Jesus. They need Allah.
They
Fucking
need a lot more than
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. They need they need some. They need to switch it up. Allah isn't working right now. That's crazy. You might need to cut that out. You might
That's
need to.
definitely getting cut.
Huh?
That's definitely getting cut.
Yeah, you gotta cut that. That's wild. Um,
We can't be
uh,
talking about religion on the
yeah,
podcast.
give me time. All right. After that
uh,
cut, you missed a lot of crazy religious talk, maybe. Um,
just leave it like
Asim
that.
is not saving this team. Kicks not saving this team. You put Asim and Kicks on the same team, however, you might win a hard point once, but right now you ain't winning shit. Maybe
As I
really.
told Soren last week, the only way Falcons win a match is if they Neslo. They got to get to game 5. That's the
Eh,
only way I see them winning.
and I don't see them ever getting to a game 5. I really don't.
They've shown signs of life in Surge. They've shown signs of life
In
in
search.
Control.
In search. That's it. Nope. Don't say control. It's only search. Nope. They've won one or two controls. Nope. Search is the only place where they have a saving grace, and that's just because they play so weird. Um, it's actually the only reason they catch pro teams off guard because they don't scrim search. They get hit with these weird, funky things, and it and it fucks with them. Um, they suck so bad. I mean, it's the worst. It's the worst CDL team we've ever seen. Um, Sorry for these guys that they have to get shit talked about them, but if you're that putrid, you're that putrid. I'm sorry. I mean, Prime Scump couldn't save them at this point. I mean, holy shit. Uh, you got one guy drop a 1.3 one day and then drop a point 0.5 the next because he was kill whoring so hard he needed to raise his stock and confidence a little bit and fucking just goes back to being awful. The team is awful. We shouldn't even need to talk about this anymore, bro. I mean, everybody's ragging on them. I wonder why. Let's rag on the org for a little bit. What the fuck are you doing? How bad is Clay tweaking right now? That's what I want to know. I want to know how bad Clay is tweaking right now. There's no way he's not in there like, are you
Uh,
guys fucking stupid? You bet. No, pay me more. I need more money because these guys fucking suck. I mean, you gotta. I mean, like,
well, he's definitely tweaking 100%.
I'm
There's no
talking.
defending too much about it.
I'm talking to the fucking owners of this org and going, dude, you gotta fucking help me somewhat.
You
They're
gotta give me
ruining my
something.
reputation. They're fucking making me look bad because I'm their coach. By association. I'm not teaching these guys to run at fucking brick walls. They're getting nervous shooting at fucking crimp. I mean, go fuck yourself.
Ah, yeah.
Alright, it's just like, it's crazy. Um,
We got minor two coming up though.
yeah, dude, I like the whole online tournament. Let's run a 5K or a 3K idea, but this isn't that. And I actually hate the single elim bullshit.
Uh, the best thing they did was put grand finals as the best of seven.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
needs to be double elim though.
yeah, I don't know, man. Bring back pool play, please. Please, please, I beg of you. Bring back some sort of pool play. Let's integrate challengers back into the
Yeah,
CDL.
because there's no way that fucking Omid should have two teams that are fucking good enough that are better than fucking Vegas.
Exactly, bro. Like, it's actually so insane. I mean, you already paid back buybacks, right? So I'd assume teams aren't buying in, and if they are, just get rid of it because there's no reason to buy into this shit league.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, fuck. Take out the buy-in. Have orgs, fight amongst themselves about how they put money into the scene or whatever, and rock out that way, because I'm absolutely positive that a lot of these orgs do a lot of that spending, and the CDL just pockets it and sends it up to fucking Activision or whatever it may be.
So my main thing is I want to see what the league does after this year. Because this is the last year of the YouTube deal.
They're not gonna do shit, man. They actually suck. You know
Or
how
no,
many?
because if it's the last year of the YouTube deal and YouTube sees how bad this shit is,
I mean, this
fucking, it may force the league to change something.
they got another league. They got another deal though. After their last one expired, they got another one, and it was world's. Like there's been multiple
Yeah,
contracts. They keep signing. The YouTube's not saying like, oh, we're not gonna re-sign. Like they're gonna keep re-signing.
yeah, but I'm curious to see at what it comes down to this year.
I mean, we saw what happened last time the deal ended. The
It was
viewership
on.
dropped so entirely off the face of the earth. It was ridiculous.
Well, it was also split between Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, that's I know. I even then it was rough.
I think it should only be on Twitch.
It should be. It should strictly be
Um,
on Twitch. It should strictly be on Twitch, and I'd praise if they made it just Twitch. They got it off YouTube, and they stopped doing the stupid, oh, we can't post clips on Twitch, or we can't show clips on Twitch of this shit. So that the actual content that comes out of the actual content, the actual stuff that people watch, the Flank and Zuma and Scump
mhm.
and all that, the actual content that people care about, they come for that. So make it better. The only way you're
Help
getting
them help
any
you.
interest is them,
Oh, 100%.
and they're
And
constantly
not even just
kneecapping
Scump or
them.
Zuma. Not even just Scump or Zuma. Fucking
Me,
what the fuck is the owner of
Gotaga.
yeah, him too. He's pulling more views than both of them.
Yeah, I mean, his
Like
team sucks,
it's
but yeah,
not that hard.
it's really not. It's not rocket science. This was a functioning climate before the CDL came along and wanted to pretend like nothing existed before the CDL, and
They had a good
Activision.
they had a good format before everything got shut
Yes,
down.
the CWL was incredible. It was great. I don't know, man. It's
Some
just
things just don't need to be changed.
they don't. They don't. And some things do need to be changed. We need to change whatever the fuck's going on right now. This 12 team, oh, the worst team in fucking CDL history who hasn't won a
Fucking
single hard point in
have
months.
fucking promotion and relegation.
Exactly, bro. Either pool play or relegation, something. Let's do
'Cause there's no way
something.
that Boston from last year and Vegas from
Yeah.
this year should be in the fucking league.
Vegas for multiple years, but yeah, yeah. I mean,
You
let's
know what I mean.
yeah. I mean, Challengers isn't doing anything either, bro. Challengers seen as always a cesspool of BS and
It's
like
a cesspool of egos.
face it, running it into the ground because they can't figure out shit and a bunch of stupid kids that want to just not report wins or anything like that and just want to go eat dinner with their family and forget to say that they 3-0'd somebody. I mean, like some responsibility, something. It's so unprofessional in like the challenger scene. And you want it to be like this bottom tier, but the same players keep getting recycled from challengers in the pro league, man. Like you're gonna keep seeing players that you've seen before just get dropped and picked back up. There's very few like new faces, you know what I'm saying? Like Lunars, but Neptune has been in the CDL before several times. I mean,
Yeah.
Illy, same thing. It could get picked up again, never know. But yeah, I mean, Prolute. I mean, the same top
Alex,
competing.
Vance, Afro,
Yeah,
Illy, Capital.
the same people you see get recycled, and the same people you see win in challengers, R cities, whatever it may be. There needs to be not an expansion, but a relegation or something like that, to where you can see decent teams actually make it. Like Omit, Omit has put in a lot of these pro players. They can obviously
Um,
field good rosters for, CDL. Not even necessarily good, but competitive ones.
I
Way
seen
more
this.
competitive than four players that have never
Oh yeah,
played or never won a LAN tournament in EU challengers even. I mean, get fucking real.
I seen a stat this past weekend saying that Omid has signed and had play under them the most amount of talent that has gone to the league.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. It doesn't at all.
The shit that Rafi's doing over there with both teams is godlike,
Yeah.
and it needs to be studied.
Yeah,
He
Omit
found a perfect formula for this shit.
Omit is like the top tier of the
Omid and Lore, those are one and two.
I mean, I mean, even Syndicate or something like that. I mean, I just think Omid is like head and shoulders above everybody else
Oh yeah,
with everything they do and everything he tries to pour into it and the amount of work that he puts into
and
challengers,
it's
they
not
put
just
into
challengers
challengers.
too. He's
Yeah,
also reaching out for like the local scene,
yeah.
the female scene.
I
Like
mean, he's even reached out for like the pro scene to Hex for like assisting with like certain like challengers,
yeah,
at majors, stuff like that. Like, I mean, this is an org that would be valuable to have in the league, period.
yeah.
I would so much rather see Omit, the branding, the personality, everything, than fucking Vegas.
Well, you seen how good it was for them in Saudi during the EWC.
Yeah, yeah,
It's no difference. They grew their following to what it is now,
yeah.
and they should be putting that on stage as a product.
Yeah. I think pool play is much more, feasible than like a relegation sort of thing, especially
Yeah,
with how the CDL operates. Let's just open it back up. Just please, I beg of you, open it back up. Let's see these weekly stupid roster changes over 30 fucking teams. You know what I'm saying? Like 32 teams just fucking you obviously will see people get body bagged, but there's going to be four matches going on at a single time.
there's
Like
gonna be up
that's
too.
there's gonna be upsets, crazy upsets. I mean, we've seen some like fastball on, you know what I'm saying? Like
God
IW's like,
damn it!
right? Like that guy sucks. But anyways, I mean, I'm saying like there's been like amateur players that go in, upset teams, and break into play. That's what you saw with players like Octane and stuff like that. That's how you like saw a lot of these like talents rise is by upsetting big pro teams like Optic and FaZe and
Mm-hmm.
curse and whatever you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I want to see it back to where it was. Everybody does, I'm sure. The city-based stuff can go. Nobody cares about that. Everybody will be completely fine with it not being like that. Just make it a fucking land league in Texas. Make something. I mean, something, man. It's not.
Something's got to change.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting ridiculous at this point. I mean, a weekend like this is so unfun to watch. It's so unfun. The amount of 3 hour days, just 1 hour series, just like, I don't want to see Vegas twice a week.
There was out of the 10 games played this weekend, 7 of them were 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And how many of the other ones were 3-1s?
2.
Yeah, exactly.
One game 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But yeah, let's wrap it up.
yeah. All right, you got the outro.
21.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching episode 21 of the DuoQ podcast. We
Yep.
appreciate y'all very much. What? Said something?
No.
No. We appreciate you guys very much. If you guys don't mind dropping a follow, the links will be down in the description. Rab's is the top one. Mine's second. Thieves is the third one. Also, we want to wish that boy Rab a happy birthday. Drop it in the comments.
Sir.
Happy belated birthday, because it's definitely going up after his birthday.
Yes, sir.
He's Unk now.
I'm not Unk. I'm 24.
You are
I'm ready to get back in that pool.
You are indeed Unk. You
I'm ready to
joined us.
get back in that pool.
Yeah, we don't talk about that pool on here.
Any goth mommies?
You want to give a shout out to any of the egos you want?
No, God, no. They can come find me. They can come find me.
That's gonna be it. We thank you guys for watching. See you next week.
See you next week.